How's it going, guys? Got another project going on down in the garage, but did a little bit more work in the trailer shed. It took out the one door, and I was going to have to cut a hole to put an AC in, so I thought, well, I'll just take that door out and, just make a hole while I'm filling in a hole. And it's hooked to the generator, directly to the generator, and so is that outlet right there. I figure in the winter time I can run the generator and run an electric heater off of it. It's easier and cheaper to buy gasoline than it is propane, so I've done that before. When I was in this space before, I used 2 electric heaters in here on the generator. But anyways, I had the cardboard over here, and then when I did this over here I didn't have enough cardboard, so I actually just put 2 layers of this stuff where the cardboard wasn't, and then went 1 layer of this insulation stuff over the cardboard area. Last weekend it was like almost 90 degrees outside, and I was able to get it down to 65 in here with that air conditioner. And I changed this out to it locks with a doorknob now. So, no padlock. Got a light in the toilet room, and it just plugs in. There's no switch, but that's only like a 3-watt LED, so pretty much when I come out here I'll just plug it in and just leave it plugged in all day, and when I leave I'll just unplug it. Got a septic system installed. We can now flush toilets. So yeah, that's exciting. When you come out here all day and there's no bathroom, it's just, that's an exciting thing to have a flushing toilet. But, alright, we'll go down to the garage. It's been 2 weeks since I've been able to mow grass. I don't know how you can tell what that is, but that is just crazy. It's pretty nasty out today. It's like 48 and kind of rainy every once in a while. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 50 and sunny, but hopefully I can get the grass mowed out here tomorrow. Got that 2-cylinder Brazen Stratton motor and that 12-horse sold. I got $20 out of the single cylinder and $40 out of the 2-cylinder. And the guy's supposed to be contacting me this weekend about picking that guy up. Subscriber. In the last video there's some comments back and forth on it. Hopefully he comes get it. I do have somebody else that's interested in it, but I just texted them the other day and told them that it was gone. Hopefully it is going to be gone next time they show up here. But anyways, decided I'm going to work on putting a ceiling up in here. This is the tool room, and I'm going to work on 1 room at a time in this. There's 3 rooms to this garage, and I'm going to work on each room until they are done. What I mean by done is the OSB. This is a 9-foot ceiling. OSB needs finished at the top in every room. I kind of wish that when I built the garage that I just would have cut it off, cut all the 2x4s off and just made it 8 foot, because this 9-foot ceiling is just, I don't have a use for it. One of my frights is the garage door. I was afraid that if I had an 8-foot ceiling that the garage door wouldn't, have room to open, and it would have worked just fine. But anyways, just that was, scaring me into not cutting them all off. But it would have been a lot easier. I would have had some wasted material, but at the same time I wouldn't have had to, purchase more material to finish the ceiling or the walls. So not only the ceiling, I'm going to finish the walls, and then I got a lot of this going on. I wired the place, but, to make it so that I could work on it without stopping and wiring each one of these, I just looped it in and back in. There's 3 of those in this room that needs done. There's one back there that's done, the microwave's plugged into, and there's one back behind here that the grinder hooks into. I put a lot of outlets around this bench because it's a workbench, and how many times I needed to use those outlets there and I didn't have them in. I have a bad habit of starting something and I even get the hardest parts of it done. The hardest parts. And then stuff like that is just like, come on Bill, it takes 5 minutes to put that in, but you know, 3 years later, there it is. One of the things about putting this ceiling up is that it's 9 foot up, and I'm going to need some sort of scaffolding to be able to reach, and then also some kind of scaffolding thing that's easy to move around. And I was thinking about building something, and then I was kind of looking at this toolbox, and it's the bottom section of a toolbox. It's made to hold as much weight as pretty much, probably more weight than what I am, so I'm going to try using that. And it's probably high enough for me to be able to reach the ceiling adequately, and it has wheels so it'll be easy to move, but at the same time I gotta try to be careful standing on it because it's on wheels. But that's my plan for being able to reach up there anyways. I think I'm going to start out with the OSB first. Got several areas here that I got a bunch of remnants. You see here I got a whole bunch of 1 foot pieces. I think there's 2 here. There's one full sheet back there that I can put where that fuse box is, and then there's a whole bunch of pieces in behind. You know, just hopefully I got enough of this scrap stuff to do this one room. Alright guys, got all the OSB up. It's different colors, different shades because it's different kinds and different places, and that stuff there is actually 3/8. The rest of it's 7/16. Started putting up the ceiling, and having a little bit of issues with it where like sometimes the pieces don't want to line up. Basically I didn't put a nail to right there on that edge. There's no nail to on it, so I'm using the metal tape just when pieces don't want to line up with each other. I'm just going to tape those areas. That metal tape is expensive, and I'm not gonna tape every crack. I'm just gonna do it where it needs it. But it's getting to where I gotta take light fixtures down in order to put it up. But I really like it. It's going up nice. Alright, got all the ceiling up, and it's like a mirror. Perfect, new. One of the problems with it is, and I think it is part of why I got this stuff, or why the company that made it gave it away to their employees, it's not exactly 24 inches, and I think it's supposed to be. Some of them are, some of them ain't. Like a whole bundle won't be, and then a whole bundle will be. But I was able to like stagger it a little bit. You know, there's some gaps and things, but I mean, an awesome ceiling for what I paid. It's an awesome ceiling. But, well, we'll get the outlets and get this mess cleaned up. And, this room will be done. Alright, got it all done and cleaned up. And, all the outlets are in now. It's going to be nice having them outlets, because I kept putting stuff in this vise and I wanted to use like a 4-inch grinder, and the cords are short and they wouldn't be able to reach, you know, over to there, or the outlet I have over here. And so that'd be real nice to be able to have them outlets. Another shot looking around the ceiling, and I went around the doors with trim. It's like T111, but it's like masonite. It's like cheap option of, it has like a wood grain to it. I just ripped a bunch of strips out, go around the doors. So there was some gaps and stuff around the doors where they had to be shimmed and things, and it looks a lot better. This poster right here covers up a couple holes in the wall from where there was outlets. Yeah. So that's the reason why the poster's on there. Also, Fire and Gasoline subscriber came and got that little four-wheeler today, and I also sold that little 110cc. It was down there. And it was pretty much the same thing. It was on that four-wheeler. It was just sitting around doing nothing. The guy came out looking for a starter. I told him you can take that whole motor away for 20 bucks. Got a wiring harness and everything. So making it to where I can move around in here and getting rid of some stuff that's just stagnant and sitting around and it's just taking up space. So I got a little bit of money in my pocket. But well, thanks for hanging out with me this weekend, and I'll catch you guys later.